In entering upon this course of instruction, each of you should, so far as possible, lay aside for the time being all previous theories and beliefs. By so doing, you will be saved the trouble of trying all the way through the show to put, quote, new wine into old wineskins, end quote. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. If there's anything as we proceed which you don't understand or agree with, just let it lie passively in your mind until you have enjoyed the entire show. For many statements that would at first arouse antagonism and discussion will be cleared and easily accepted a little farther on. After the show is over, if you wish to return to your old beliefs and ways of living, you are at perfect liberty to do so. But for the time being, be willing to become as a little child. For said the Master, in spiritual things, quote, except you become as little children, ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven, end quote. Matthew chapter 18, verse 3. If at times there seems to be repetition, please remember, the Self Love Show is a lesson, not a lecture. Buddy. Yeah, buddy, we in the building. All praise due to Yah.
Vitamins and minerals, food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose ain't no equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. Tory Wordsmith, 9 Mills. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story goes. It's the Self Love Show.
Yeah, it's the Self Love Show. Welcome to another enlightening episode of the Self Love Show, right here on This Ain't That Network, or as we say, TATN.
It's the Self Love Show.
This is the pod where we dive extremely deep into the intersections of mind, body, spirit, consciousness, and culture. This is one of the co-hosts, 9 Millie. First off, all praise to the ancestors, the Most High. And last but certainly not least, my late beloved Mama Scott. Predictive Programming Decoded, Part 1, 1984, Terminator, Matrix. In a world where fiction often flirts with reality, predictive programming invites us to consider whether our cultural artifacts are simply imaginative entertainment or subtle rehearsals for what lies ahead. Today's episode kicks off our exploration of how certain stories don't just reflect societal fears and aspirations, but may even plant conceptual seeds of future norms, technologies, and crises. We begin by unraveling how key narratives shaped collective consciousness before the world caught up with their imagined scenarios. You ever used to watch Get Smart? From oppressive surveillance to sentient machines and simulated realities. These iconic stories contain thematic DNA that resonates far beyond cinema. The frameworks they present, authoritarian control, human obsolescence, and reality distortion, aren't just literary devices. They speak to emerging concerns that have crept steadily into our digital age. Whether coinkydink, creative foresight, or calculated intent, these concepts deserve a deeper decoding. This ain't about tinfoil hats or conspiracy banter. It's about critically engaging with the stories we've consumed and asking why they seem to echo so loudly in reality's unfolding timeline. Were we merely entertained? Are you not entertained? Or did we gradually come to accept their visions as plausible, even inevitable? We'll peel back these philosophical layers, symbolic motifs, and psychological cues that give these works their eerie prescience. So, plug in, tune your frequency to curiosity, and let's step into part one of this journey, tracing a blueprint embedded in dystopian tales that shaped our expectations of technology, control, and consciousness. What we discover may blur the lines between pulp and fiction. So, whip out your self-love vision and your 10 hats. This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. And the revolution will not be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lectures. We're live and live in color. And today is Tuesday, July 22, 2025 at about 7:14 in the rack up. And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this magnanimous universe. But thankfully, we all chose to be right here together. That's right. Here together. What down, bear down, what down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today?
Love, man. You know me. I'm manifesting love. What you manifest?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, unfiltered, magnanimous, unfettered. Some say tough, others say harsh. But I can assure you it's self-love just the same.
No doubt, no doubt.
What's been going on in your neck of America?
Well, it ain't been my neck of, but Uriel is got an internship at the courthouse.
What?
Where he lives out there.
Look at that. Doing
right in the brief.
Doing jobs American citizens don't want to do, huh?
Hey, he went to the lawyer camp.
Uh-huh.
No, he's got an internship at the courthouse.
That's great. They try to say we don't want to work.
Oh man, he's been trying to get a job since he was like 12.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
For real talk.
Yeah. It's good. It's got that grind in him, that Chicago hustle even.
Yeah.
And hustle doesn't mean anything illegal, people. Hustle means your grind. All right. It's another word that's been manipulated to mean something illegal.
Absolutely.
You hustle on the basketball court. You're not doing anything.
All sports, you just,
hustle up. Yeah, your coach be like,
moving
hustle
at
up.
a space.
Yeah, they're not
moving
telling
at
you
a different pace. You're not,
right.
It's a hustle pace.
That's right. And congrats to the parents, because it takes two. It takes two to make a kid go right. It takes two to make it out of sight.
His mama work at the courthouse too, so that helps.
Yeah, and then big ups to Yuri though. You know what I mean? I always big up the family first, and then the one who's putting in the work. So y'all put in the work, and he saw it, and now he's putting in the work and getting the fruits of his labors out there.
Yeah, he's been going to court and stuff since he was like 2 years old.
Yeah. Since he was in what do you call that? Theta. Yeah. So that's great news, bro. All right, y'all. What to expect on today's The Self Love Show? We always kick it off with the Self Love Show quote of the day. And then we're going to play a short video. It's less than 1 minute. That's the More, MOOR, GD program. So that's the More, MOOR, Growth and Development video. Okay, it's the platform we stand upon. It's the cornerstone, dare I say, the foundation. Next, tattoo tyranny. We got a couple videos that Brother Wordsmith and I were gonna react to, and we hope to get some feedback from you guys. I've been told, you guys might not like being called the goyim. You know what I mean? So I'll come up with a different term. Topic: predictive programming decoded. This is part one of a riveting new series right here on TATN, original work, and we bring it live. Okay, 1984, Terminator, Matrix. Please hit that like button, and then we wrap it up with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's where Brother Wordsmith's gonna summarize everything, if you will, almost like a closing argument, if you will, in a court of law, off the top of the dome. Poetry, bit of prose. It's going to pull it out of the ether and then filter it through its body and push it back out to you and into the ether. It's always a work of genius. You guys stay around. Appreciate that work. All right. You got any announcements there, fella?
Like, share, subscribe, share it far and wide. We're gonna have an event coming up soon with the Ancestor Echo crew.
Okay.
Midwest Festival is going, they sponsor all of our actions. We'll have an event real soon. And we're gonna be looking to have a video streaming at least monthly. Well, we got the DJs doing their thing. We're gonna invite y'all all to that. Big things coming up for Midwest Festival, Ancestor Echoes.
That's right. More growth and development is happening over there. And big ups to them because they're sponsors, one of the sponsors of this particular show as well. Yeah, I got some announcements. Big ups and happy pre-turnaround to burn to my lovely better half, Miss Tay. Her day is tomorrow.
Oh
So,
yeah, awesome. Big ups.
you know what I mean? Big
Enjoy.
ups.
Enjoy.
You know? Bro, and looks like, well, they selected me for jury duty. It's not the first time. Well, they haven't selected me. I got to be part of the pool. I promise you, I won't last the first round. And I don't try to get out of it, bro. They know damn well I'm not a sheep, and I'm not just sitting in there assuming that people are guilty.
Yeah.
Because the state's bringing them up there.
You don't fit the mold out there.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah. The non-citizens get due process. Don't get me started. All right. And RIP, man, Theo Huxtable, aka Malcolm Jamal Warner. Huh?
Ooh-wee. It's a blast from my childhood, huh?
Yeah, I didn't realize he was our exact age yet, fella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Theo. That's something. Out there swimming, and they said the riptide pulled him away, bro. Happened to me when I was 13 out there in Lake Michigan.
Man.
You know what I mean? Called on to Yeshua, well, to God at that time. And a magic invisible hand pushed me right back down to shore. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get that.
Yeah, but it's all God's will, and you know what I mean?
He lived his life. I mean,
yeah.
you know.
I was looking at that, the 27 club. Somebody's got to start looking at the 54 club. If you do 27 times 2, you get 54, and then that's 9. A lot of people have been leaving here at 54. Yeah. I'm going to get on Chat GTP and get on the internet and start the 54 club. There's a lot going on at the 54 club there, fella. Yeah, just throwing that out there. But condolences to his family.
Big ups to him, too, because he was very conscious, brother.
Extremely conscious. Brought a lot of entertainment and joy, into my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you said, extremely conscious. Didn't get him he wasn't a goofy or a sellout or anything of that nature. So it's crazy though, ain't it, bro? You're out there on vacation and man.
Yeah, watch what you do wherever you are. Actually, no. I mean, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
We
I
all got a
always,
date and time.
yeah, we all gonna get our turn. But I always tell people, like, if you supposed to die in a plane crash and you won't get on the plane, then the plane will crash into your ass. That's it.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, you guys, you can float on your back. So just remember I told you that. Almost forever with limited effort. Don't spend your energy panicking. Flip over on your back and relax. All right. Stop the violence. Y'all, that's my other announcement. And yeah, and get yourself checked out. Go to your doctor's visits. Blah, 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 blah. It's important. All right. If there's anybody out there, because we're covering this topic today, because Brother Wordsmith brings up predictive programming in some way, shape, or fashion at least once per show. So I figured, all right, let's unpack it. Let's peel back the layers on that. So this is interactive. Anybody in the chat, y'all got experience of this predictive programming? The Simpsons, it's all types of stuff. Songs. You know what I mean? We want to hear from it. Put it in the chat. This helps us keep everything flowing. But before I turn it over to him, Big Ups Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes, sponsor number one. Then we got Tay Mills Aesthetics. That's Tay, M-I-L-Z Aesthetics. She's a multicultural skin, body, and weight loss pro. You find yourself in sunny Southern California, pop up. You know what I mean? Pop out. You can get your facial, get your girl a facial, anything like that. Tell them the Self Luv Show sent you. I just dropped that link in the chat. And then Bella B Designs. Should you need some swag on a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, something like that? Maybe your child is graduating high school. Reach out to Bella B, designs365@gmail.com. Bella B is at designs365@gmail.com. And then we got Gym Recovery. You find yourself in a pinch, uh, been drinking out there. Don't drink and drive. You had to pull over, dipped off, jumped in the passenger seat. Call Jim Recovery. He can come tow you and your whip to the safety of your own personal garage or to a tow yard, if that's where you want it to go. All right, enough of my yapping. I'll turn this over to Brother Wordsmith so he can do his due diligence.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. Y'all know the Self Love Show rocks on. Today, breaking down Predictive Programming Decoded Part 1, 1984, Terminator Matrix. As always, we have a great video for you to watch, the Silverback More Growth and Development Platform, which you're building a self-love nation off of. But as always, for that, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Once again, the best way to predict the future is to create it. And that's Peter Drucker. Stopped on my end, so.
All right. So Karen, get off the phone. Karen, get off the phone. All right. Let's see here. All right, you guys stand by. All right, there we go. MGD.
Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number one, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back.
Wrong screen. Can't do this again.
With our activists. Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number one, repair our nation via reparations.
Still not on the screen?
We demand our silver back.
Oh,
Number two,
good.
To connect our breadwinners with our activists. And three, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, Shine a light on positive influence. 5. Heal our community one person at a time. 6. To provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7. Recycle the black dollar. 8. To provide mentors for the mentorless. 9. To close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
We're absolutely closing the gap.
Number 10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
That part. All right. That starts with you. All right. So if you missed last week's show, we covered deja vu, sleep paralysis, and coincidences, smelling salts for consciousness. What say ye, Brother Wordsmith?
Chock full of information for the Self Love Nation. And if you haven't caught up with it, I suggest you go check it out.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff you're not going to learn at places like Drop Dead Gorgeous, William H. Ray School, in the heart of Hyde Park. You know what I mean? They probably won't, talk about it at your local public high schools as well. So dig into it and go down a rabbit hole. It can only make you more well-rounded, in my humble opinion.
Well, they want clones and we want well-thought people.
Thanks. Well said. All right, Brother Wordsmith, we do have a poll up. I'll drop that link into the chat shortly. Do you believe the powers that be utilize predictive programming to prep us for the future? Number 1, indeed. That's your first option. Number 2, not a chance. That's your second option. Number 3, what's predictive programming? Fair question. You might be ignorant. Yeah, that's why we're doing this show, right? You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you're dumb. This means, you might be ignorant.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. And then your last option, of course, is unsure. You're rubbing bum right there on the fence. Like a dog with worms. You're scraping your bum right there on the fence. It might be a border fence, but wherever it's at, you're rubbing your bum on it because you can't make any decisions. Borderline lazy. All right. So we'll drop that into the chat shortly. And then today's topic, predictive programming, decoded, part 1, 1984, Terminator, Matrix. All right, Brother Wordsmith, did you see a 6-year-old, copper color, sees Angel?
No, I didn't definitely, I stay unplugged, but I definitely didn't see that.
Yeah, copper color. His poor kid's still in theta. Okay. Karen's running this. All right, Karen. Yeah, no, you stay pretty unplugged. All right, let's run it.
A Karen Crow native mother is sharing what she calls a miracle after her 6-year-old son was brought back to life after drowning over the 4th of July holiday.
While his survival alone is remarkable, it's what he says he saw during those moments that left his family in awe.
In a story you'll see only on 10, News 10's Rodrika Stevens sat down with the family to share their powerful testimony.
It's summertime and cooling off by the water is a go-to for many families. But for one 6-year-old boy, a fun day nearly turned tragic. DJ explains what happened while he was unresponsive, which has strengthened his parents' faith even more.
I got to jump out here and say that name, Rodrika, is an ugly, ugly name, in my opinion.
I saw DJ sitting by the pool with his feet in the pool. And I was kind of okay with it because DJ, he's scared of water, so he's not going to just jump in the water.
But in a split second, Krista says everything changed. Her son was suddenly lifeless.
We just started screaming God's name first, and we kind of panicked, but something told me to like, wait, let's do CPR. Let's try to revive him.
One thing they never clarified how he ended up in the water, but I'll let it play.
And while I'm reviving him, I'm just praying, God, please call your angels, cover them with my son, Lord, in the name of Jesus, Lord. Cover my baby with your blood, Lord, in the name of Jesus, Lord. Please give me my baby back.
As Krista prayed and performed CPR, DJ's stepfather gave rescue breaths.
Somebody said, pump his stomach, and he just threw up water and threw up and started crying, and the ambulance came rushing in, telling everybody to move. They dragged me away from him. They put him in the stretcher. His oxygen was at 95.
DJ made it to the hospital, but what he said next shocked his family.
He started to tell the nurse that he went to heaven and God is real. And he looked at me and my husband. He said, no, Daddy, no, Mama. God is real. Saw him. I saw him in Uncle Comaine.
Krista says while they always believed in God, hearing what DJ witnessed deepened their faith.
His story is just so real. Like, it's just, only he can explain it.
God said so bad. And the angel said,
To mark his second chance at life, DJ now wants to be called Avir. It's the Hebrew word for air.
I said, why do you want to name yourself after air?
to God in the air.
And he was with God in the air.
Rodriga Stevens, KLFY, News 10.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, when you die, you, commune with the Almighty. I tell you, I'm not a visual. My talents and gifts are in feeling. It's just overwhelming. And being able to come back.
Yeah, he said he saw his uncle.
Yeah.
And he said, Yah told him, you got to go back.
Yeah.
And her prayer wasn't hurting.
No.
Her prayer was not hurting. And then he said, the angel said, that's amazing. Ain't that amazing?
Singing the frequency that sent them
Yes.
back. That frequency sent them back.
Yes. It's a vibration. 100%. Wow. Yeah. Bless that man and his family. Bless that young man and his family. And changed his name. Told them what his new name was going to be.
Yeah. Told them God was real. I'm going to look out for Elvira.
Right? Followers. Yeah. That's a good. Yeah. We definitely got to look into that maybe 5 years later. Yeah, willing. See where he's at.
Yeah. What's going on? Yep.
Yeah. I wish I would have gotten some more data on how he actually fell into the pool. Because she said he never goes into the pool. And it's all Yah's will. You know what I'm saying?
He's scared of water.
Yeah. Wonder what made him. Did he slip? Was he trying to get a toy? You know what I mean? Like, that's the question.
Somebody push him.
Right. Right. You know what I mean? Did he get afraid? Did a dog go by? Right. Exactly, bro.
Somebody pull him in. I mean, she sounded like she was a little, like he got his feet in the water. Oh, he's scared of water. So who knows? He might have seen all the kids having fun and the children having fun and decided to jump on in. Like,
yeah. Were there other children there? Where were they at? A public pool? I thought they were at
it was a pool.
Yeah, I just assumed they were at their house or something. I didn't know there's other kids involved.
It didn't sound like it was at their house from what they said. It was a celebration. They didn't say it was at anybody's house. I don't know where they said it was at.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it would have been nice to know that. And ever since I stopped killing these bugs, bro, they're just begging me to die, but I'm going to stick with it. All right, I'm gonna stick with it because they could be ancestors. All right, so that's what was his name? What did he change his name to? Self? You just said it.
Avir.
Avir.
A-V-I-R.
Hebrew.
Yeah. It means air.
Okay, fair enough. Predictive programming decoded, y'all. That's what we on. All right, we got one more video for y'all before we get on topic. We got an asylum-seeking undocumented robot there, fella. Fair use. Spotted in L.A. Did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
All right. Yeah. All right. May have even gave the Heil Hitler sign.
Tesla's Hollywood Diner and Supercharger officially opens to the public today. The new spot has a drive-in movie theater, food, chargers, so much more. And Eyewitness News reporter Sophie Flay is live in Hollywood
like
with a look inside. Sophie?
Yeah, David, I've had the very hard assignment of standing in line all day to be one of the first to walk into the Tesla Diner. So I am standing on the roof here, like on the top of the Tesla Diner, but I want to show you what it looks like below before I show you some other cool stuff. I'm on my phone, so give it a minute to connect a little bit here. But as you can see, people are still standing in line. I mean, this is kind of a bit here, but as you can see,
I want to show you. Look at the people who live behind this big ass screen they put up. They used to have a view. You know what I mean? That'll piss you off.
I'm on my phone, so give it a minute.
That's just a screen. That's not on the side of a building.
Nah, that's a screen.
Wow.
He put a drive-in in there.
To connect a little bit here. But as you can see, people are still standing in line. I mean, this is kind of a shorter line than what I was in earlier, and you can see so many Teslas in this parking lot getting charging up here. And you can see, if I can zoom in a little bit, no, I can't zoom in here, but there are still people waiting on the street in line, waiting to get in. And as you mentioned, the drive-in movie, there are two massive screens here, but one of the things that people were waiting in line for is food. So there is a massive food menu here. But if you take
Here we're about to have the undocumented alien robot.
a look at your screen, you'll see this isn't your average bar. This is a merch bar. People are buying Tesla themed merchandise, but this is really the showstopper. This is what people came to see. This is one of their Optimus robots that is handing out popcorn to people. You can see the robot is waving to people as the popcorn continues to pop, and people, they take one of those sleeves, they hand it over to the robot, and the robot gets to work giving out snacks. I mean, this is such an unbelievable thing to experience in person.
The human
I've
back
never
there
seen
turning
anything
that
quite like this
popcorn
before.
though,
You guys like it?
Saw that human hand?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Look,
Won't be for long.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Look, the robot knows just
Look at
to
the robot.
put that popcorn in there. Takes one more scoop. It's a little slow, but again, pretty incredible to witness firsthand.
Yeah, he's
and
like
then hands it right back over.
I don't want to say
to the
retarded
guests.
human.
And again, I mentioned that big food menu, right? Let me show you. Of course, this is journalistic research that I'm doing here, so I just wanted to point that out. I ordered one of the Tesla burgers, and then they're supposed to be known for their
$15
milkshakes.
burger, so
David, I
comes by
haven't had a
itself.
chance to try one, but because you're here, I'll do it right now. It's pretty good. Vanilla milkshake, can't go wrong. But again, pretty unbelievable. People waited all day to step inside these doors here and take a look at the first ever Tesla diner. Tesla said if this is a success, they continue to open more throughout the country. So we'll have to wait and see. Live in Hollywood, Sophie Flay, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, I can't wait to try the shake. And I found that robot fascinating. It literally knew when somebody was taking its picture, and it gives the peace sign and everything. So pretty cool. Leave it to you, Sophie, to give us a look around, the perfect reporter for the scene. Thank you very much, Sophie.
Crack open the mystery of predictive.
It won't be cool when they take your reporting job.
Coming soon.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I happened to spin by there, bro. I didn't stop, but I saw it. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. So right now, I think you got to have a Tesla to pull in and charge. I mean, I don't get it. They put two huge like Tesla's got screens in those cars, like entertainment screens. You could have just, I guess when you're sitting, I don't know. What's your take on this?
He's just making some money, and because I'm sure non-Tesla drivers are going to be going there, you know, and they're not just going to allow Tesla drivers to go in there. Otherwise, it's going to fail.
Yeah, it's totally gonna flop. Otherwise, it will flop.
They got charging spots. I don't know. Can you charge for the price of the movie ticket? I mean, it's probably still going to charge you for
I think the
charging.
movie's complimentary.
If you
I'm not sure.
charge.
The charging isn't. Well, some Teslas, depending on when you bought them, the charging was included in the price of the car. But if you bought it late, they don't offer that no more. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So you're
okay.
paying the charge. You're paying for the burgers. You're paying for everything else.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I wonder. It's a good point. They tried to reach out to those residents who got their view blocked like that. Nobody responded. They're probably putting together a class action lawsuit. But
Either
if they
that or
were
they got paid off.
they probably got paid off. But I mean, if they're renters, they didn't get paid off. The
Right. It'll be the owners.
building owner.
Yeah.
And if they were to build a high rise next to that place, their view would have been blocked. So
Yeah.
I guess you got to, on one hand, look at it like at least it's privacy and there's not another patio or window looking right into my place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all know what we own. Predictive programming, decoded. This is part 1, 1984, Terminator, Matrix. All right. We dropped a dome teaser. Let's see if Brother Wordsmith. Looks like Brother Wordsmith has solved it in our personal chat. Today's riddle. I appear in fiction before I'm fact. A future dressed in past old tact. My subtle seeds and story grow. So when I bloom, you'll claim you know. What am I? You guys have until the end of today's show to solve this. If not, Brother Wordsmith will go ahead and get you guys the proper answer at the end. All right, enough of the appetizers out there.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right. Once again, we don't have a promo video, but we have something related that we'll spin for you. And we'll get on topic.
Crack open the mystery of predictive programming. It's a theoretical method of mass mind control, suggesting we're being trained to accept planned future scenarios through art. Sounds like fiction? Well, it operates on a subconscious level, making it a form of psychological preparation. From movies to music, entertainment is being used to cultivate visions of the future, especially among the young. The concept? Show it in fiction, and there's less reaction in real life. It's considered a powerful propaganda tool, potentially used by governments and higher powers to make us more receptive to future events. So next time you're watching a blockbuster or listening to that chart topper, remember, you might just be getting a glimpse into the future. Predictive programming, a silent guide to the future, or a manipulative tool? You decide.
Okay. You
decide. Facts.
All right. That is a fact. All right. So let's hop to it then. We want to start with the basics, and then we'll break down the films for part 1. PP, which is predictive programming, you guys. What is PP, Self? What is predictive programming?
It's a theory, so they say, but suggesting that governments, corporations, and other powerful entities use fictional media to subtly prepare the public for a future phenomenon. The idea that they are pushing and putting themes that they're planning to push down the road, psychologically conditioning people to accept some things that they might not otherwise.
Facts. You said who's pushing it?
The governments or the power that be.
Yeah. Films, TV, literature, music,
Yes.
Plays, anything, art.
All media, all entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah. Intentionally introduces themes or scenarios that mirror future events, technologies, or societal shifts. The theory suggests these portrayals act as a kind of psychological softening, preparing the public to accept dramatic changes more easily when they become reality. So, yeah, even like Pledging of Fraternity, bro. They could have showed us a wacky fiction cartoon somebody could have put together. You know what I mean?
They did. It was called School Days.
Yeah. It was, though. It sure was. That's a good point. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. How does predictive programming supposedly work?
Well, it works by presenting phenomena and things that they plan to implement in the future on the screen as entertainment. And usually they bring it a fear tone to it to stick to your subconscious.
Yeah, it's definitely routing to your subconscious, getting to your base operating systems, reprogramming those. They use repetition, symbolism, and familiarity. When audiences
All day.
repeatedly encounter a concept in fiction, say mass surveillance or artificial intelligence, it becomes normalized. So when similar texts or policies emerge in real life, the public is less resistant or surprised, having already, quote, seen it before, end quote, in entertainment.
For sure. I just, man, thinking back to that facility that Tesla just put up.
Yeah.
Was that one of those robots that he's selling?
Yeah.
Or that was one
Yes.
of them? Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure
Yep.
that
That's one of his
everybody
robots.
knew that. I figured that out
Yeah.
at this moment, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody.
Oh yeah, that's one of his robots. And then they put the burger inside of a Tesla. Looks like a Cybertruck. The box looks like a Cybertruck. And I was watching another news story on it, and it's real flimsy, and the burger fell out of it. And the lady was like, "Oh yeah, they need to do better in this." He has a history of that flimsy, engineering. But yeah, it's one big commercial. People are lining up there. You saw them to buy Tesla products. And he should be sued by the Tesla family.
Well, dude was the end of the family.
No.
They say he had no siblings.
He had a nephew. They had some nephews come out talking about. Those are the ones that saying that when they took all the boxes and stuff, he had some family. Like they got family. They could have went to Romania, wherever he's from.
That dude said he was from Saturn or some shit.
Well, you're telling me I can just I don't want to say rape, but I can just use Einstein's name like that?
There's Einstein bagels. There's Einstein stuff. Using a last name, I'm not sure if you can just take that. And they're not saying his first name, Tesla. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a last name. I mean, you think somebody can't call some Smith something? You know what I mean?
Well, what he call Smith and Wesson? What he called that robot? That's from a movie in itself. Optimus Prime. The robot's called Optimus. I mean, he's a biter.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, half biter. He half bites. He don't bite the whole thing. He just take a little portion of it. Optimus. It ain't Optimus Prime. It's Optimus.
Yeah.
How can you can't say
he
that
don't
I'm
say
biting.
he don't say HH, but he
Right.
does that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He might say how. He's not gonna say the second part.
Yeah.
And put the hand up.
Yeah. All right. Where did PP, predictive programming, originate? Time wise as well.
It was.
I mean, it's debated.
Yeah, it is debated.
Because this could have been going on since Shakespeare. Since before that, the Babylonians could have been using it.
Sumerians.
Yeah.
I think they were actually. Yeah.
It's just the whole reason why they created spelling in the written word.
Yeah.
So they can program you.
But a lot has been contributed. I mean, coined, saying it's coined by Alan Watt.
Oh yeah. Alan Watt. And then what was that? Burnaby, the big dude who basically created marketing.
Oh yeah.
Bernanke or something like that. Yeah.
That dude was kin to
Freud,
and they were all kin to the evolution dude.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. No, I can't think of it. Yeah.
You know what we're talking about, evolution.
Yeah.
They're all blood related and cousins.
Yeah, and they all had cocaine allegedly in their blood too. And I'm not judging them.
And the propaganda dude was how they got it spread all over the place. Theory of evolution.
Yeah. So, and they know about these things. So the phrase gained traction among theorists and cultural critics during the late 20th century. So that's the late 1900s. It emerged alongside growing public awareness of media influence, psychological operations, and subliminal messaging, especially in conversations surrounding dystopian storytelling and societal conditioning. Is predictive programming considered a wacky conspiracy theory?
Yes. I mean, because of the whole focus of conspiracy theory, coined by the CIA, of course.
That's right, 1978.
To discredit
thinkers,
conspiracy realists.
Yeah. People who think for themselves.
Yeah, and see the conspiracy, and they just want to, discredit the people. So that's the whole thing.
Well, yeah, some view it as a legitimate critique of media influence. Others do interpret it as a form of intentional manipulation by powerful entities.
Yes.
Those don't even have to be human.
Period.
If you want to go there, if you want a conspiracy theory, I'll give you one. It straddles the line between media, literacy, and speculation, depending on how it's framed. Some argue it's a subconscious trend in storytelling, while others believe it's deliberate forecasting.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, people have been talking about sky people. You heard that kid there talking about he wants to change his name to Sky. He went to the sky and right. You know what I mean?
Sky with God.
Yeah. My mom changed her name to Sky.
Facts.
And
our heritage here, from here, so-called American Indian, but the tribes, Choctaw.
Yes. They all talked about the sky.
Yes, because they came here.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't prove it. You know what I mean?
I can. It's in my DNA, man.
Here's the thing. But they say we can't prove it, but they can't prove the Big Bang, but they ram it. Right? You could call the Big Bang theory the Big Bang conspiracy theory. Let's start doing that.
Yeah, because it's just a theory. It's a serious theory. I mean, you know how I feel. The ridiculousness that's saying that everything is spreading apart from that point since the beginning of time is just irrational and stupid.
Well, do you know I talked to one of the top scientists at
Science?
Wasn't McDowell Douglas, but he doesn't even believe it. And he said, yeah, once they start trying to prove it and they use this telescope to look back in time, they said none of it is matching what their theory should have said. So it should be discounted and thrown out. This is a top scientist. But they're not going to tell the layman this.
No, they're going to teach in schools that it's spreading and it's going 650,000 miles an hour. And you can still look up in the sky and see the same gathering of stars. That was amazed me. If everything's going far apart, why ain't none of the constellations growing?
And here's
it'd be like gravity, man. You just it's stuck together.
It's a theory of gravity.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, here's my thing. There's an infinitely dense mass, infinitely small, right? Point. Okay. Now, that's what they're saying the universe was. And my first question is, what was that point sitting in? Was it sitting in a gelatin?
Right, because what about all the space
to explode into?
Right, and be able to expand into. So it was just this and nothing.
Yeah, correct.
Come on, man.
Secondly, Self, this, all right, if they're saying, all right, we're going to take it as a given, it happened, it was an explosion. So everything that went this way became the observable universe that we know. Like it shot out this way, and behind me. So all we're doing,
direction.
Yeah.
Out from a sphere.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
And every direction.
Yes. So that always bothered me about the theory when they were ramming that down my throat, that Drop Dead Gorgeous William H. Ray School.
Yeah, I went to Mississippi one year, and then the next year we had the bonfires, and you don't know, but it's so dark. I mean, you can see way more than you can see at Pembroke Township.
Way
more.
Yeah.
You can see way more than that.
Yeah.
And year after year, I see the same things. I mean, like, how is this all flying away from me at 600,000 miles per second?
Well, it's not flying away from you because you're flying with it. It's relative. So if it's
no, it can't be, because all of those structures should be flying. They can't be flying all in the same direction.
Right. Well,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the constellations.
Yeah.
You shouldn't see the same constellations if everything is moving like they're saying.
Yeah, but
it shouldn't stay constellations.
If you're driving in front of me at 60 miles per hour and I'm behind you driving 60 miles per hour, I should be able to see you the whole time I'm driving.
If it's expanding away from each other, it shouldn't even be on the same path. They should be getting bigger. The constellations should be getting bigger or something. There's no way.
With an explosion.
Hold on, because it's an explosion.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's an explosion, the first part that goes away, the rest
should be going faster.
Yeah, it shouldn't be moving at the same speed.
Yeah.
It shouldn't. We shouldn't be moving at the same speed. So you're not going 60. Right. You're not going 60 and they're going 60. That should be going 80 and you're going 60.
And at some point, the speed of light, if the universe is, because they say it's going faster and faster, pretty soon it's going to be moving faster than the speed of light. And where is that going to get us?
The speed of light is
stuff
not,
up.
Yes, it's not the limit of speed. The speed of light is not the limit of speed.
Einstein said it, so we're not gonna discount Albert Einstein, who was stealing everything, in my opinion, from when he was working at the patent office, stealing everybody's ideas, talking to everybody, biting. He's like a rapper.
Hey, I'm disagreeing with him.
Yeah, I mean, there was another thing that the dude told me. He said, what did he say? Something about light. Oh no, it was kind of a sidebar, but he said the energy that comes from the sun, the photons, according to science, it takes like 100 million years at least for that energy to get from the core of the sun to reach the surface of the sun. And then they say it takes 9 minutes for it to get from the surface of the sun to you here on Earth. It's something about the math that,
It's inside the firmament. So, I mean, I can't listen to nonsense
math ain't mathing.
at
You know what I'm
all.
saying?
It's inside the firmament. It's not as far as they say it is. It's been shown. You can see some shit with the clouds behind the fucking sun. How is that possible if it's outside of the whole situation?
All right. We did is it a conspiracy theory? We did that, right? Yeah. All right, that's when we went down this rabbit hole. Why are films like 1984, Terminator, which is my moniker? I think you said you came up with that, huh? And The Matrix often cited in discussions of predictive programming? In your opinion?
Well, they're feeding us a utopian society where things have not gone in our way.
Well, dystopian.
Dystopian, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Things have not gone our way at all, and we're like slaves to the
victims.
Yeah. We're being treated as
meat, pieces
animals.
Of pieces of meat, meaningless pieces of meat.
Yeah. And and film after film after film showing that there's a high power that be that's pushing upon.
That's mechanical. And none of these people who are fighting it, except for maybe the Matrix, I don't even think they did it, reach out to a higher power. They do any meditation. They don't use their consciousness. They all fight it with.
Oh no, they've long lost a sense of that
connection.
Yeah,
yes,
they've been turned into beings not male or female.
Oh yeah,
and
androgynous.
And reproduction is not even done through sex. It's
no.
They've controlled all that. They've
Oh yeah, emotions are bad.
Yes, and it's just pushing it back to slavery, a different form.
Yeah, I mean, we're all just pieces of meat on a ball,
and you're scared to say anything because it's the real cancel culture. We ain't talking about some cancel culture now or whatever, but they were talking about the real cancel culture and those other shits. You disappeared,
and it's coming. They're gonna put wires in your body. These people are gonna get stuff.
They want it. I don't like to say their stuff is coming because all their stuff fails. So I'm a high proponent of it all fails.
Yeah,
like they trying to push it on us, and they push it on us till it don't ever go all the way. So
but what I'm saying is
they're gonna pull it.
They're working on implants. People polled have said they will accept these implants, and they can just hit a button and then make you die.
And any self-driving vehicles that can just kill you as well.
Yeah. Yes, I watched those spy movies. Now, you're talking about they can run them over a mountain, or they can release a poisonous gas out of the vent because there's no human in the car besides your dumb ass.
Yeah.
Right?
And then right just into the lake or ocean or
I would just put a odorless gas right out of the vent, and then he had a heart attack in the car. Oh boy, Yeah, but like you said, you could drive it over a mountain, But that would be, you know what I mean? You don't want too much of that because then people won't want to ride in them. So they're gonna have to be more subtle.
Tripping with. Yeah, no, y'all don't go too far. But I'm tripping people ride in them anyway because of a film that came out recently or whatever.
Well, they're more popular now, than especially here in LA, that to the point where it used to be the same price as Uber and Lyft. Supply and demand, they're so popular now that they charge more, and people are like, I can't understand how they charging more, and they don't even have a human because you guys are dumbasses. It'd be the same people who say they're using it and they prefer using it You know, because of dumbass people like you. That's how.
I wouldn't pay for it. I would go with a regular.
Well, that's what's it's starting to happen. That's what's starting to happen. So, you know, yeah, but until they get more cars, then maybe the price will come down, but the price never comes down.
Nah, I wouldn't even worry about it. I wouldn't ride in that. Definitely wouldn't pay more to ride in it. It doesn't make any sense to pay more to ride in it.
It doesn't make any.
You know, it's not like you're getting more of a tip to the person driving.
You're not getting anything,
Yeah,
but it's a luxury car. It's a Jaguar.
Yeah, I ask for none of those. You know,
and the reason it's a Jaguar is because that's the safest car for collisions, which should be a red flag to you. That they're not spending all that money to put you in luxury. They're spending all that money to reduce their lawsuits. Hey, baby. Tasia said,
hey, happy born day.
That's right. Yeah, bro. So yeah, they're you know, yeah, they asked me that, and I try to tell them, well, that's because you guys are using it. You know, you guys are using it. All right, Karen, you know what to do here. Let's see here. Do.
They don't equal the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. We wordsmith. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
Y'all know how the story go. Where we at and how we spit them facts. How we put it down to the underground. Much respect. Predictive Programming Decoded Part 1. As always, have some very edutaining videos for you to check out. Wow, we gotta relax for a second, get our energy up, and bring what we're gonna bring for the second half. Talked about what it is. No, we got into a little bit. But as you know, the Self Love Nation, y'all know, we're going to expand the conversation when we get back. So, sit back, chill, and be edutained, and we'll be back quickly.
I finally got you. I've been waiting on you since you was a kid. So this is a demon that's been plotting on me since birth. That's his assignment. Finally got you. I've been waiting on you since you was a kid. So this is a demon that's been plotting on me since birth. That's his assignment. And he's laughing, but I'm hearing music, but I'm looking at the girl and her stuff. I'm looking at my body dead, and I'm still able to see the TV.
So is it music or sound?
Music and a sound. All at once. Dreadful, thunder noise, drill music, demonic. Yes, it's a blended. It's a mix. It blends in to be the most terrifying noise while sounding like thunder. But as you can hear it clear as day, and it's like it's in your spirit, so it sounds like it's loud. It sounds like you like screaming so loud. Because I was eventually starting to peel my face off. I peeled my face off, and I didn't even feel it because I was so focused on it. I felt it, but everything was so blended. I don't even know if my face grew back. I started screaming. And I was screaming so loud, it was as if blood could have came out of my mouth.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert. Manna. Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
the Aganowski's in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
Can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. He's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig, and that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants can do.
So what do you find even in the desert when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
You sounding like this shit is the wheel or something, like it's gonna change the world.
Look, man, I don't know about all that change the world shit, but what I do know is that they be going crazy over this, man. I'm telling you. And the bitches, oh Lord, the bitches, yo, they do anything for this.
Juxtapose being a public employee or public servant, dare I say, versus working in the private sector, doing what you do.
In the public sector, you know, everything's for the public viewing, how much you make, you know, positions, and also I paid my tax dollars for your salary. That's the number one line you get. So like, and they say government employees are lazy. We working our butts off. Let me tell you, it ain't no lazy going on there, but like just the scrutiny that you're under working for local government, which is public sector as opposed to private, is totally different. You know what I mean? It's just more exposed. They feel like they have a right to know every single thing that's going on. It's just more exposed and in the public eye and scrutinized.
Do you think you've dealt with more microaggressions in the public sector or in the private sector as far as being a black woman?
It's in both. And let me tell you, because maybe it's because in the private sector working for Carl, you work with a lot of doctors. So part of it was not just but part of it was me, and I'll take responsibility for that. Because the way I grew up, I had very low self-worth, very low self-esteem based on how my dad and how he raised, you know, and that's another story.
Hey bros, what's going on? This is Cotton. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Do you still have them?
Was it true that I have my cell phone and my location, and if I became a target, that a drone could literally know where I am and take me out?
The police have a drone that from TV and stuff that is real, and I've seen it. It shoots, it shocks people, but there's also a drone at the border that's in a box, and if you walk up to it and it pops out and it can tell if you're Hispanic, and it shocks you, and then Border Patrol picks you up. But yes, wow. It is capable for them to hit you with whatever they want whenever they want, because drones are not only stealthy, but these Air Force drones, these Global Hawks, these Predators, these huge drones that no one even knows about, are in different levels of the atmosphere, surveying targets in America. So you got your Bluetooth, you have your cell phone technology, and then you have your Wi-Fi. That's why when I go to the casino or anywhere I don't want to get hacked, I turn my Wi-Fi and my Bluetooth off.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the black community, for real. Yeah. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro,
they so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it,
this platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy
and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop. Self Love Show, as you know, rocks on.
Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We wordsmith 9 mils. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the
Self Love Show. We're back. Were you not edutained? interesting conversation to expand the minds of the Self-Love Nation. But now we're going to get back at it. Self Love Show, Predictive Programming, Decoded, Part 1. 1984, Terminator, and The Matrix. Nine Mills. You know how the story goes. It's the Self Love Show.
It's the Self Love Show. Let's hop back to it, y'all. Half 2. 1984, George Orwell. How does 1984 illustrate the concept of predictive programming?
Well, it was written way before 1984.
Oh yeah.
And some of the ways and some of the content was spot on. Some of it, a lot of it didn't happen by 84, but there was some portions of it that did.
And yeah, it was published in 1949, bro, originally.
Right. And right now, some of it seemed like it was kind of the playbook for what they were trying to do.
Facts. Some of it's still rolling out.
Yes.
It presented a dystopian, that was a required reading at William H. Ray School. Out there, gorgeous. We were all graduating around that time, so literally, so
putting everybody in that mind state so this could come about.
Yeah, it presents a dystopian society ruled by omnipresent surveillance and thought control. Ideas that have since been more tangible in our digitized reality. In the context of predictive programming, the story's portrayal may have subtly conditioned audiences to accept surveillance as an inevitable aspect of modern life, blurring the lines between fiction and forecast. What psychological techniques in 84 align with predictive programming methods? Can you think of any?
The fear, the massive amount of fear that they put upon the people. If you got thought police and surveillance, then you're controlled. You're not allowed to say what you want about any subject in your home.
And the fear would prevent you from self-deleting in such a hellhole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because why would you want to live in that type of reality?
Well, they built up to it. It wasn't like they started.
Yeah.
It's like it built up to that. So everybody was living under that. It was normal or normalized, pardon me.
Yeah. Yeah. The use of language distortion, which we're having now, they, them, girls calling each other bro. They called it newspeak, repetition and emotional manipulation. So that's definitely key tenet of predictive programming. They literally had newspeak too. Yeah.
All this pronoun stuff is.
Yeah, that's what I said. They, them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. These elements demonstrate how control over perception and narrative can shape public belief and limit dissent, hinting at how media may do the same through more covert or stylized means. And speaking of covert, that happened then, didn't it, bro? You could be a licensed, board certified person who works in what they call it, working disease. It's a word for that. I don't know. Microbiologist. That ain't what I'm looking for. Immunologist, whatever. But you could have been one of them, held at the top of but if you spoke out against what they were ramming down your throat,
it ruined everything for you.
Ruined.
And then you disappeared and was out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how they breeded the fear even more, because people, wouldn't say anything, but they noticed that
it was BS.
Yeah. And then the thought police.
And that was what 84 was talking about. The one dude who was wacky was saying, man, if all y'all just woke up and spoke out against this stuff, you know what I mean? And then they and put him on trial, and yeah, thought police, bro. So that's what's going on now. We got this algorithm, and we got these tools, these AI bots and agents that can shadow ban. Right now, they're using a software playbook, shadow ban and things of that nature, public ridicule. You can't work. First thing they do when you apply for a job is scour your social media. You know what I mean? And then they want to judge you based upon the type of stuff you got on your social media. But it goes with the norms.
Yeah, definitely happened with me.
Yeah, you just gotta, I don't know. All right, here we go.
Can't shut you out of everything.
Well,
hey there, it's Ava from the If.
They're not doing it for all these migrants.
Want to replace us like they already have with the Native Americans.
Yeah. All right, fair use. If Calabrian channel.
Hey there, it's Ava from the If Calabrian, exploring the topic of predictive programming. In the realm of dystopian fiction, George Orwell's 1984 stands as a timeless masterpiece, offering a chilling portrayal of a totalitarian regime where surveillance, censorship, and thought control reign supreme. Yet, as we navigate the complexities of our modern world, one cannot help but ponder, was 1984 merely a work of fiction, or did it serve as a harbinger of things to come? First, let's revisit the essence of 1984. Set in a bleak future where an oppressive government, personified by the ominous figure of Big Brother, monitors every aspect of its citizens' lives. The novel...
We had a happy TV show called Big Brother. It was #1 for a long-ass time.
Bad.
Happy TV show. Donald Trump was on a happy TV show called The Apprentice, where he was firing everybody. #1 for a long time. The great Joe Rogan had a show where you can eat maggots and roaches, and told you that's what you're going to be eating. Told you how it was sustainable.
Novel and its cinematic adaptation paint a stark picture of a society stripped of its freedoms and individuality. Themes of surveillance, propaganda, and the manipulation of truth permeate the narrative, resonating with our contemporary landscape in profound ways. Enter the concept of predictive programming, the notion that media, including literature and film, can subtly influence societal behavior
April 4th, 1984. That'd be 444.
And shape our collective consciousness. While controversial, this theory posits that certain works of fiction may serve as more than mere entertainment. They could serve as blueprints or warnings for future events. In the case of 1984, its depiction of a surveillance state eerily mirrors the technological advancements and encroachments on privacy that define our present reality. Consider the striking parallels between Orwell's dystopia and our world today. The proliferation of surveillance cameras, the rise of government surveillance programs, and the erosion of privacy rights underscore the prescience of Orwell's vision. Moreover, the manipulation of information, the rewriting of history, and the suppression of dissenting voices evoke chilling reminders of contemporary challenges, from online censorship to the spread of misinformation. Yet, beyond the realm of politics and technology, 1984 offers profound insights into the human psyche. Its portrayal of psychological manipulation and the perversion of truth serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the fragility of individual autonomy. Indeed, the pervasive influence of media representations cannot be understated, shaping our perceptions, beliefs, and responses to the world around us. Here, we confront a fundamental question. What are the ethical implications of predictive programming? While media serves as a powerful tool for shaping discourse and raising awareness, it also carries the potential for manipulation and exploitation. As we grapple with issues of censorship, propaganda, and the erosion of civil liberties, it is imperative that we remain vigilant and critically evaluate the narratives presented to us. In the age of social media, the dissemination of predictive programming messages has reached unprecedented levels. Platforms like Rumble, X, and Truth Social serve as virtual echo chambers, amplifying certain narratives while silencing others.
Isn't that
As
what
we engage with these digital
Trump
spaces,
and
we
Elon was trying to supposedly buy an X for, so you can have open discourse, but they didn't even do that.
Of course not. Put what they want down there. And True Social is owned by Trump, and X is owned by Elon.
And they're both puppets. And if you expect me to believe Elon's the richest man in the world, you guys are idiots.
Complete imbeciles.
We must question the authenticity of the stories we encounter and strive to cultivate a more nuanced understanding of the world. The legacy of 1984 extends far beyond the realm of fiction, serving as a sobering reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of safeguarding individual freedoms. As we navigate an increasingly complex and uncertain world, let us heed the lessons of Orwell's masterpiece and remain vigilant in the face of tyranny and oppression. For in the words of George Orwell himself, in a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Open-minded and respectful comments are encouraged. Welcome.
Yeah, well, the truth, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like how they say China runs their government.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's all one hierarchy.
Yeah.
You just got vanilla over there. You got chocolate over there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's just different flavors, but it's all ice cream.
Yeah, and I don't know that I believe any media I hear about from here about some other country, but that's why I say that description of how they was talking about is how they say China is.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, so it's often seen as more than just fiction because of thematic elements, surveillance, like that she was just talking about, the censorship, public conditioning. That book transcends the realm of storytelling. Now, is it prophecy or is it like what you said, predictive programming? I mean, here's what I could say. I could say it could be both. The artist didn't necessarily have to be participating in it. Right. But then it gets propped forward because, this would be a great tool for predictive programming.
I mean, if that's the way things are going, then it's predictive program. Like, even the person that wrote the piece of art, didn't have to have anything to do with the whole situation. They just writing something from their heart. And it could very well fall into predictive programming.
Yeah, it takes off. They make sure it does well because this fits perfect. I mean, they could hire somebody that, all right, I need you, which has been done. I need you to.
Some of it is just straight up predictive programming.
Yeah, but a lot of that is garbage. Like people don't buy into it.
They know that it's going to come into place, and they do a film about it and all that.
Yeah, some of it's just CIA produced or power that be produced, but it's more garbage. It's easier to just take somebody who's already naturally doing it organically and then, paying that person a bag of money and keep pumping out that type of nonsense. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we're going to make sure it gets in the right hands, get it to the right people. We're going to take you to Paris and they're going to stick their thumb up your bum and, you know what I mean? Walk you down to Champs-Élysées.
Right people in the film to make it blow.
Yeah. Film, media. Yeah. The right investors. Yeah. Don't worry about money. You know what I mean? We don't worry about money over here where you're going. So its prophetic quality suggests that it may have served as a psychological primer. I like that term. Preparing societies to recognize or tolerate similar systems without revolt. How can analyzing 1984 enrich our understanding of predictive programming? Got any ideas on that?
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it. Like I said earlier, it seems like it's the playbook for where they're trying to get to. So there are very specific aspects you can examine and apply to these so-called laws and rules and regulations that the Congress votes on. And especially have to look into those and see what was agreed upon for it to pass.
You're saying deconstruct it, reverse engineer it.
You got to go all the way through it and see what's added into it for it to become a law, because they have been notorious for adding some completely crapulous information to a school lunch program.
Lunch, is that what they're calling that, poison?
Yeah, that's what they're calling that. I mean, that's a whole different thing, but they add something got nothing to do with it at all. Somebody getting paid out of the bill. It's got nothing to do with school lunches, for example.
Privatizing, and they selling all types of BS. Oh man. Oh, your kid gotta have it. Programming and thinking it's a good thing.
Yes. And it's a piece of crap.
Yeah. Yeah, they wondering why they out of their minds, bro, and they wondering why they depressed, and it's awful, bro. They're overweight. They're nowadays, these children, bro, they're riding e-bikes. You know, they don't even pedal no more, bro. And it's leading to earlier diabetes, earlier high blood pressure, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 13-year-old kid with diabetes and high blood pressure. Wouldn't shock me at all.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me if it's a bunch of them. I've seen some 13-year-olds and less that, man, they out of shape level is out of shape.
Yeah.
Like they following in their parents' footsteps who's out of shape.
Yep. How does the term, what's that?
Morbidly obese.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
it's
used to be a
become
time you got
normality in our community.
you used to get clowned so much that, you know what I mean? It made you want to do something about that. You can't even clown them no more.
No, the participation trophy mentality has brought out that body
And what's her
shaming
name?
and
I'm
all
fat
that.
and I'm beautiful and I'm gonna twerk at the NBA game and get rich. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
upon her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know exactly you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be healthy, you know.
Yeah. I mean, live your best life, but yeah, don't try to. Yeah, exactly, bro. All right. How does the Terminator series exemplify predictive programming in your mind?
They're developing these robots for home use as well as military. There's some military bots, and they're rough. There's some dog bots. There's a lot of bots they got.
What's his name was talking about? He was just in that video. It came on our show. Tony Pink guy, the white guy.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. And Elon Musk, you're talking about the global warfare tech driven by tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elon Musk talks about it.
Yeah. I mean,
and the AI, not just the robots, the AI.
The AI that's controlling the robots.
Yeah.
And that's what I should have said, dude. Because they're not just robots, they're AI robots.
Yeah.
So that's, Skylink. I mean.
Yeah. We got, what's that he's putting up there in the sky? What's those called? Neuralink?
No, that's Neuralink is the brain implant.
Yeah, but that's why he's putting those up there to help with Neuralink.
It's something. I think it is a Skylink right now,
Yeah.
bro. I really do. I
Sky,
can't.
it is Skylink, but you're talking about
Oh,
Skynet
Skynet. Yeah,
from the film. But
yeah.
Skylink
Skynet.
is what he's putting up there. He's
Yeah.
he's half biting again. So yeah, concepts that are steadily moving from fiction to reality. But still, I still say the predictive programming here is they're preparing us for what you said, but we're going to think that those robots are controlled by AI, but they're going to be controlled by humans. Somebody, even in that cafe, that Tesla cafe, somebody was in the comments was like, yeah, and people are standing there waiting to get served by a robot that's being remotely controlled by a human. And that wouldn't surprise me at all. Wouldn't surprise me at all, so.
Or if that motherfucker's just on automation, it didn't do nothing but grab something, get it filled up, and hand it back.
Yeah, but it did the peace sign. It was responding to here and there to like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I hear you. But but I'm saying,
that
bro,
could be just like at Chuck E. Cheese. When the shit's performing on the stage, the robots, it could be the same.
yeah,
as
but
that.
they don't be, the modern day Chuck E. Cheese would be a bunch of people backstage like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, just like they did at Amazon grocery store. They found out all that stuff was being controlled off-site in India. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't surprise me, bro. That wouldn't surprise me at all, bro. If they had somebody, some immigrant getting paid, $4 an hour, sitting back there controlling it remotely from God knows where in the world, Bangladesh. And we're just dumb enough. Oh, look, we got the robot. He's waving at us and look at us. Oh, we're just dumb enough to fall for it, and they get rich off of this, off of our stupidity.
I guess, but I think they so petty and cheap that they rather have a real robot doing that shit, a routine.
They would if they could do it.
I think they can do it. I mean, just like Chuck E. Cheese, that shit ain't very hard to go from to be like,
but
a motion sensor.
Yeah, but it's reacting to things that you're doing.
Yeah, motion sensor.
Yeah.
More advanced motion sensor can achieve that.
Yeah. But I still feel like in my heart of heart, bro, they're setting
Easier
us up
than
for
have a person. Then you got to pay the person.
They're setting us up for. They're setting us up for believing that these robots are going to be doing with all the stuff that's going on in Terminator when it's going to be humans doing it. That's what I feel the predictive programming is. They're going to blame the robots for stuff that it's being controlled by humans. And it's just weird that the other commenter said that. He's like, yeah, people are dumb enough to sit here. I mean, again, more than likely what you're saying is right. But I don't put nothing past these greedy bastards that they'll come out and tell all the investors they figured this out. They're smarter than you. They got all this high fancy tech. And this is going to be, when all they're doing is outsourcing the work to some slave farm, where they got these, you say they got to pay them. They're probably paying them pennies, bro. You know what I mean? If nothing, if they're a slave, probably paying them nothing. And you know what I mean? Could cut both ways. What elements of Terminator align with psychological conditioning? Great series, by the way, if anybody hasn't watched it.
In the old Skylink, Skynet comparison, the person that developed the technology didn't develop it for that. There's a melanated person in Terminator.
What do you mean?
Sentient AI.
Skynet was supposed to be used.
The Terminator program wasn't supposed to be no military.
Right.
It was supposed to be like helping people.
Right.
And around the house and all of that. It wasn't supposed to be a military application. And
then the robot they sent to save mankind ended up leaving tech behind that was reverse engineered to facilitate Skynet. which was weird.
He was sentient.
Right. They left. Remember when the Arnold
Yeah.
character came in the first one, his arm
Right.
was left behind, and somebody found that piece of tech,
Yeah.
and that's what expedited. It's
That-
like an inevitability.
Yeah, that was the
loop.
The loop that don't, really make sense.
Right.
Because it should have created another variance.
Right.
They shouldn't have been able to come back to that variance like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, machine rebellion. They like to talk about that. And that's why I'm saying my spidey senses. I'm not saying it can't happen, but they're programming us to believe that the machines are going to be rebelling. And I think it's going to be those at the top, those lizard people. Those are going to be the ones that's slaughtering human beings under the guise of a machine rebellion.
I feel you on that. But I think AI has been here for a very long time, and it ain't created by no man. It could be running everything now.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with that. All of that. They don't know how it's working in the first place.
I mean, if it just siphoned off, say for instance, it needed to do what it needed to do. If it siphons off like thousands of a penny from all encounters, all actions of banks and all that, if it siphoned off, it would have all the money it needed to do whatever it needed to
That's
do.
from Superman. Lex Luthor did that. The Richard Pryor, was it the Richard Pryor? No, it was the Lex Luthor character did that. No, it was a Richard Pryor character. He wrote a program where he was stealing all the
right. It was Richard Pryor program.
Uh-huh.
But the AI, if the AI can do that, I mean, it don't need a person. I mean, if it needed to function within this medium to make shit happen in this simulation, in my opinion.
And now with Bitcoin, it's even that much easier.
Yeah, they're trying to recover control of the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, crypto. Yeah, Bitcoin's a brand. Yeah, machine rebellion, surveillance systems, and human resistance builds an emotional framework around the fear and fascination with AI. By embedding these ideas in thrilling, action-driven storytelling, the Terminator series reinforces acceptance of AI-related concerns as culturally relevant, even inevitable.
That part, and brain, it puts in the mind of the society that this is the direction that it's going. And it coincides with the political movements and all of that. All of these dystopian films have like the feel of the real dude in charge of the money account thing, motherfucker, IMF.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about you will have nothing and be happy. Like all of them films, portray towards that.
That vibration.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to attack the subconscious with.
All right. Well, we got a quick video.
Did you know why Marcus Wright turned into the first hybrid Terminator? The reason was that he was sentenced to death for brutally killing his own brother and 2 police officers. He showed no remorse until he signed a document to donate his body to science. What seemed like a simple medical donation turned out to be much more. His body was handed over to Cyberdyne Systems, where Dr. Serena Kogan used him in a secret experiment called Project Angel. After his execution, Marcus was brought back years later as the first human Terminator hybrid. This new model had a real heart and human brain, all encased inside a metal endoskeleton. Skynet had created him to infiltrate the resistance, without him even knowing it. But something went wrong. His humanity survived. Instead of following his mission, he saved Cal Reese, helped John Connor, and in a final act of redemption, sacrificed himself to save him. Marcus wasn't just a machine. He was living proof that even someone broken can choose to be more.
Yeah, that's another leg of the Terminator. More predictive programming.
Yes. Trying to normalize. It's so many more films, so I know that's why this is part one.
Trying to normalize the alien human hybrid technology that's been here for thousands of years, allegedly.
Yeah, they don't present any of the alien part. They make it like it's a futuristic where we learn time travel and they can come back in time to try to deal. We're gonna be so technological that we can go back in time and prevent some things from happening. But
we can execute your ass and bring you back as a machine.
They tried
human
that
hybrid.
Project Stargate. Is it Stargate? Project? No, not Stargate. It's Looking Glass. Project Looking Glass. They keep trying shit over and over and getting the same result because that's the result you're gonna get, you some bitches. You're not gonna win.
Terminator, man. It seemed like it was a bit ahead, though. It was ahead of the social anxieties about artificial intelligence. Because when I was first seeing the first Terminator film, they weren't really talking about AI. I don't even think they had perfected it yet. They were working on it. But
that's why it's predictive programming.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and then you do say they're ahead. They're ahead in technology.
Way ahead.
Yeah.
So that's exactly why it's predictive programming. It introduces things that are coming. And now they got the AI robots. Like, really?
Yeah. Looks just like they did in the movies.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. The films are entertaining, but they didn't echo any anxieties in me about automation or data control at that time, but it did plant some. It did plant those thoughts.
Absolutely.
In my mind, and loss of autonomy.
Like watching it, it's planted in your subconscious.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. The rise of self-learning algorithms and defense technologies give these plots an eerie familiarity, sparking debate over whether society was subtly primed to expect and tolerate such advancements. But on the flip side, you've got people who are already fighting against it.
And have been.
So when you start with these predictive programming, you're predicting those amongst us who are going to be the John Connors.
Yeah, resist.
Yeah. Which goes back to your earlier point. They want to dress it all up like this is how it ends. You get your ass whooped and that's how it goes. And then you're going to become a slave. But they won't push forth the movie that is more utopian than this.
Right.
Guess you couldn't sell a movie where the machines are not trying to take over humans.
Slaughtering everybody.
Yeah. And it's already working, bro. I saw one of those, these little, they call them Coco. Well, that's a brand, but these little delivery bots, it's a little, and they ride around delivering food and stuff. And there was these teens, bro. One of them was copper colored. Two of them was white. In a nice area in LA. So they had some bread. Their family had some bread. And the thing came and it was behind them. And then one of them was screaming, "Stop, robot!" You know what I mean? And the robot had stopped. And you could tell the kids probably been oiling a little bit. And then they walked and the robot was on their ass. And then one of them came and he kicked the robot. And then the one's laughing. Then one of them sat on top of it. So yeah, I could see a world where those kids be part of the resistance right away. But it's kind of them doing that to the robots could make the robots learn to what?
Fuck them up.
Yeah. Yes. Hate us. Correct. Yes. Of course, if it's Japan, those people are allegedly more respectful, So maybe they wouldn't want to kill the Japanese.
All right. Like, yeah. It's if it's definitely an AI, then that could definitely identify between peoples.
Yeah, but they're having trouble identifying the colors. Your
Of
copper
course.
colored skin, bro, they're having trouble. They cannot, they misidentify us at a way higher clip than any other so-called race of mankind. Yes.
Yeah, mankind,
I
and
find that fascinating.
I know it's hard to, they're artificial, and so is mankind, and you know, what else they
Oh,
call
I see
them?
what you're saying. Humans,
human, and mankind.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I can understand they're artificial, just like them, so it can register them. Man and woman is gonna be like, what? What is this?
Yeah, man, if you
Godly being.
misidentifying us, bro, dragging the
Godly
wrong
being.
person in the court, Yeah. All right. How does analyzing the Terminator series enrich the predictive programming conversation?
You talk about it, and when, like we have, we
Mhm.
started talking about different aspects of it, you could see, and once you approach it from a predictive programming mind state, then it becomes very apparent what is the predictive programming.
I mean, you're right on the nail on that, and it's all about getting that emotion out of us, and getting, because you get that emotion, you show something. Remember they were talking about it. Might have been Emerge.
The fear.
Yeah,
Powerful tool.
how they can get to your
Oh, shock
subconscious.
you. Yeah, shock you.
They'll use a
Get
distract.
right past. Yeah. Yeah, that was Emerge,
Yeah,
100%. They
yeah,
distract you, and get right to your subconscious.
yeah, and then lay something in there. Yeah, they got to be doing that, bro, because those movies be major emotional roller coasters,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
Because I find myself, even when I'm watching something at home, I have to go back and rewind it, because it'll take me to a place within my mind or my consciousness where I'm not even watching it no more. And I'll be
Right.
like, wait a minute, let me go back.
And right, it's just hitting your subconscious.
Yeah. What was that
You
just
don't
hit my...
even know. Right. We don't
Yeah.
even know what it is. You start,
Yes.
especially as artists like you and I, people that freestyle and things of that nature. The music and everything, the whole tone of the scene is for us to stop paying attention to it.
Yep.
Is to get our access to our subconscious while we're focused on something that's outside of that. It's always something artful for me. I start freestyling and all this, and then I'll be like, wait a minute, what? Hold on.
Right.
What did I miss? Because
watch this. Watch this. That says caution, 9/11. And here's the thing. We were just talking about those subliminals. This truck would have fit under it. First of all, I've never seen a bridge that said 9/11, and then an underpass rather, and then it would have made it. But the reason it didn't fit was because it went over something that was in the street that made it go up to hit the 9/11.
It don't fit. Oh, yeah. Now you can see it could fit through the sides. It's like it don't even look like it can fit through the sides. It's like with the crazy shit.
Yeah.
But then I saw at the end you could see that it could.
Yeah. It was gonna fit. Maybe. I see what you're saying. Width-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna fit. Maybe it wasn't.
But then you see that angle.
It looks like it would have fit.
It would have fit from that angle.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
Caution 9/11, fella.
The original Matrix movie came out.
That was in the Terminator. And we got more to show you. And we'll show you that later. We got something else that's talking about my birthday.
Yeah, the Matrix and Terminator are the same story, which is
Yeah.
a whole nother show. I think we talked about it,
Yeah.
extensively.
Yeah.
Sophia Stewart,
Yeah.
Third Eye Blind, and they, took her manuscript and made those films from it.
And so how does the Matrix reflect predictive programming?
It's the same thing. That's the whole thing. It's repetition. So it's the same story in a different mode.
Yeah, but it's more of it's the simulated reality. It's got us all now talking about we live in a simulation. It helped get us here. It was predictive programming to then later tell us that we're living in a computer simulation. They couldn't have just told us that without running that movie past people first, because I think most people would have just rejected.
You know what? I think there were some films that tried it earlier that just failed and flopped.
Yeah.
Something similar to
maybe some TV shows or something.
Yeah, they just we don't talk about them. They were on and then they were off.
Yeah. Yeah, but it so it's a little both. It presented a simulated reality governed by intelligent machines. So it's both. So the real reality was being controlled by the intelligent machines who created the simulated reality.
It was very dystopian,
Yeah.
And the people that was outside of that
were miserable
poor and didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Or, it's relative though, because
yeah,
when
they
you
seem
watch
to
the
have
film, yes.
At Zion, yeah, they
yes,
seem to have.
they were more, but they didn't have the
luxuries.
Yeah, and all of the so-called things that the people that was in the
But
simulation.
just like when you come across people, we have them on our show, they're rich today, and they might have come up with not all the luxuries, and they all from all around the world talk about, yeah, but we were happy.
Yeah.
Unless there was abuse, right?
Right.
They all say, but we were happy. It's almost like you don't know that you're poor without those luxuries.
Man, you don't even know you don't have the luxuries when you don't.
Yeah, you got what you got. Right.
Unless you're around a whole bunch of people that have the luxuries, and then you'll see that. But
yeah,
you still be happy with what you got.
But why do you decide you want that? Because they're telling you want it. But like I said, man, we used to be out west playing stickball. We have a rock. You know what I mean? And like
People
then it was like,
shooting
you
in
need a bat,
crates,
you need some gloves.
cut the crates, and made a basket out of a square.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Ain't that
Shooting
something?
marbles. Right.
Oh, they're creative people. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Just playing chase. We didn't need all of that stuff. We had family, we had community. We didn't need an iPhone, a $1,200 phone.
We had a lot of safety outside too.
Yeah, because since everybody wasn't staring at their phone, the adults were able to look around and, hey, get that boy playing in the street. Don't run in that street. You know what I mean? Now people, the kids looking at his phone while he's walking in the street, the guy driving down the street in the car is looking at his phone.
Yeah.
And the parents watching them are looking at the phone.
It's definitely a program.
That's a program.
Matrix like.
Go ahead.
Say Matrix like.
Yeah. Yeah. So through the lens of predictive programming, the Matrix core premise may prime viewers to consider virtual environments, data manipulation, and technological control as plausible, even familiar concepts in the unfolding digital age. Now, that video we just played was from Terminator. Watch this, though. Terminator. My birthday's 9/11. They call me Terminator.
The original Matrix movie came out March 31st of 1999, but I bet you probably never noticed this.
In one life, you're Thomas A. Anderson, program writer for a respectable software company. You have a social security number, you pay your taxes, and you help your landlady carry out her garbage.
You see that date on that passport?
No, I can't see it.
You don't see that?
September 11th.
Yeah.
What's the 01? Oh, the day the tower came down.
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, I knew that was. Yeah, I've seen that before.
What?
Coincidence?
Have you guys ever noticed that before? Drop your comment down below. Let me know what you guys.
No way.
So both those movies, you said it's from the same story, have referenced my birthday.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
No. They're the same story. I mean,
Caution 9/11 was the first one. And that one had date of issue September 11th, 2001, the actual year.
Yeah.
Of all the dates they could have put on that thing. And that's what we're saying about subliminals. You wouldn't see that while you're watching a movie per se.
No. Unless it's your birthday, then you might notice.
I probably would have seen it. Yeah. I can't remember if I caught that though.
Now I don't know about that Terminator thing because that was kind of obscure with all that action going on, but definitely on Neo's ID.
Yeah,
you would have caught that.
If I was, yeah. I don't remember if I caught it, but I'm sure my subconscious caught it. So, what psychological elements in the Matrix connect to predictive programming? The trilogy.
They've got people putting on these eyewear or whatever.
Virtual reality.
And living in virtual reality and doing all kinds of stuff, and they're improving upon it to, eventually it's gonna be, ain't gonna be able to tell, so they say. And it's just grooming us for dystopian situation. Like already as a people right now, the melanated tribe from North America, we are the battery to the earth. We produce almost everything. And it's siphon off us. They live off us. Live off our energy, our innovation. I wish we could just come together because, as much as we put out to the world, we put out so much against our brother and sister. And forgive everybody else. And, don't forgive our brother and sister. And we got to work on that.
Facts. The trilogy leverages dual realities, symbolic awakening, and program behavior to explore the boundary between control and choice. These motifs subtly encourage audiences to question the nature of their environment and the extent of unseen influence. Core themes in predictive programming theory. But again, these unseen influence, they're pushing us towards mechanical, technological, unseen influence and away from godly, angelic, ancestral, unseen influence.
Facts. I mean, within the Matrix series, they had they called them programs, but they were trying to make them off like gods, like the architect and the Oracle, yeah,
and the Merovingian,
all of them parts, all those names have significance, and outside of the Matrix series.
The original Oracle was from Chicago. She died though. The one that played the Oracle in the first one.
Yeah. I'm just talking about the title of Oracle.
Yeah.
And, all of
Merovingian
those titles.
And what was the other one you just said? Architect.
Yeah. They are all,
Neo,
God. Yeah.
Morpheus,
Yeah. All of them. Trinity.
Zion. What was it? Trinity. What was the name of the ship? Nebuchadnezzar, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those ships had some names that was, significant, actually.
Yeah.
Man, the whole series, especially when you tie it to Terminator, you can, man. Whew.
Yeah, and because of the metaphors in the Matrix, it was resonating deeper philosophical and societal concerns. Again, like 1984, digital surveillance, algorithmic influence, and the illusion of freedom. The
And
illusion of
it was
freedom.
a whole AI enemy.
Yeah. Like the way we talk about we're free, but yet we all feel enslaved.
Yeah, because the whole story with the Terminators, it got to the point where the Terminators decided that they didn't really need mankind. So mankind used science and blocked out their power source because they had become solar, so they didn't have to deal with.
Yeah, same thing in the Matrix.
Yeah,
Scorch
that's
the
what I'm
sky.
saying. They put it. That's the continuation. That's why I'm
Yeah.
putting them together. That's what happened in the Matrix. That, after the, yeah. So once they blocks out the sky, and we're in the Matrix now, just like you said, they started using our bodies as batteries to power their whole situation. I'm just tying them together. That's all.
Yeah, and they were showing, so the machines needed us, they needed our bodies. And then the guy who was in charge of Zion, the white elder, when he was talking to Neo and he took him down to the basement or down below where all the machines, we needed machines because we had machines still working for us in Zion, right? We needed their energy. So they were just programming us, I believe, to realize that there's a
happy medium,
a symbiotic relationship
but those
between
machines
mankind and machines.
The machines didn't have a AI, did they?
No.
No, it's people working the machine. So that,
Yeah. But that there's a asymbiotic relationship between man and machines as opposed to the machines just being slaves. Now, the way these ideas have seeped into mainstream discourse suggests that the film may have conditioned many viewers to interpret real-world systems through its conceptual lens. Now we got one last short video to play for y'all.
The Matrix is everywhere. The Matrix? Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
That's one of those truths you say they got to tell us, huh?
Yeah. Absolutely. The way this simulation goes. So if it wasn't a simulation, they wouldn't have to tell us anything.
Because that spells it out right there.
Yes, facts.
And then some slaves are, trustees, you know what I mean? House slaves, you got trustees, you got
Got educations for all levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
People play their role.
So the Matrix enriched conversations on media influence by presenting reality as a construct and awakening as a choice. The story highlights how media can frame perceptions of truth and agency. It shows how storytelling, especially when layered with existential themes, can guide collective imagination and emotional readiness for emerging tech and ideologies.
No doubt.
All right, see if we got some more data on this poll. All right, we're going to jump to the poll here.
Right.
Do you believe the powers that be utilize predictive programming to prep us for the future? I mean, I never put the poll in the chat. All right, the poll's in the chat, y'all. The poll is just dropped in the chat. You guys, chime in on that poll. The question is, do you believe the powers that be utilize predictive programming to prep us for the future? Doesn't cost nothing to vote. Just click on there and let us know. While we're seeing if anybody else is going to vote on the poll, because so far it's just me. You got anything to add to this?
I'll say what I voted on the poll.
You voted?
Sure. No,
it's not updating.
Well,
we'll get back to the poll.
What I will vote. I didn't vote. I didn't.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Right. What I will, my vote for it would be, or we can wait. But I see DJ Creeper.
Creeper's in the building. What up, Creep? What did he say? Work is the trap. We not free. Everyone a slave. Man. We program to obey or perish in obscurity. Work and obey, aka the movie They Live. Yeah, we do a lot of. We've been on They Live. Since this channel started, haven't we, Self? That's why we got the Self Love vision. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. But I agree, Creep.
Said storyline movies is Jesus getting crucified and also Moses. Those are only two storylines in all movies.
Pretty much.
They just keep on. That's how they hitting the subconscious, bro. It's like I said.
But those stories were going before those names even existed.
Yes.
Those same stories.
Long before.
Yeah. Yeah.
They talk about Samaria, but it was even way before Samaria. Like
way before, bro.
Yeah. They talking about that's the oldest, the Chinese shit is older than that. And it's got the same storylines.
Facts. All right, let's go ahead and get to this poll. All right. Do you believe the powers that be utilize predictive programming to prep us for the future? 0% said not a chance. 0% said what's predictive programming. 0% are unsure, rubbing their bum on the fence. And 100% of the respondents, that's me, and said indeed. What's your vote, Phil?
Indeed.
All right, we got.
Like I said, I was part of the inspiration for the show because I say it all the time. As soon as I see it, I'd be like, predictive programming. Oh,
yeah.
That's predictive programming.
Yeah. That's facts. That's facts. All right, bro. You got anything else to add on this? Because They Live, we're going to cover in part 2.
Yeah. Understandably.
Yeah. We're going to break that down in part 2. You guys should definitely watch that film. Classic.
Hunger Games got to come in one of them episodes.
Oh, yeah. Hunger Games and Simpsons, be part 2. They Live had the longest and greatest fight scene in movie history.
Yeah. Awesome.
Just put the damn glasses on. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
And made him a Mowgli for a little while.
No, but it's it was well done because it's like trying to open eyes to people's eyes when they're just stuck with a tunnel vision. You know what I mean? We normally do it with debate and conversation. You know, yeah. It's like
they had a wrestling stars starring in the movie, so
yeah, it's like
it had to be a
yeah, but they didn't write it. Yeah, it had to be a good fight. I hear you. But it's like, yeah, you're right. Great point. But it's more allegorical. You know, it's like trying to get somebody who watches Fox all the time to watch MSNBC or vice versa. You know, watch this show for 30 minutes. They won't do it. You'd have to fight them. You'd have to, you know, and they won't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think it was depicting as well.
Yeah, I'm not fighting with nobody for it. Oh,
yeah, just put the damn glasses on.
Or not. I can move on.
He didn't let him move on. Dude was trying to walk off. That's why he started hitting him. But that's the point. You know, you got your brother telling you to put the glasses on, and you're saying you would just move on. I'm telling you, put these glasses on. I'm trying to show you something. And you're saying, no, I'm not going to put them on. And you're just walking away.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm the one trying to get you to put the glasses on. And I'm not the one not putting the glasses on.
I got what you're saying.
And
you're saying if you're not going to put them on, I'm not fighting you to put them on. Right. Right. But it's got to be somebody.
I'm past that point.
I hear you. It's got to be somebody you love, though, bro. Like, it's got to be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, imagine if it's Yuri. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what it's depicting. But I hear you, bro. I hear you. Just put the glasses on. You get unslaves when you retire. Yeah, when you buy your freedom, huh? Yeah, and you buy your freedom. All right, let's get to this riddle.
Congratulations to Creeper because he's retired.
Big ups to Creeper. I appear in fiction before I'm fact. A future dressed in past old tact. My subtle seeds in story grow, so when I bloom, you'll claim you know. What am I, brother Wordsmith?
Predictive programming.
Yeah, that's right. Predictive programming. All right, he's got that right. All right, we got nothing to add. Yeah, big ups to Creeper on his retirement.
To my partner.
Big ups to Tasia, her birthday tomorrow.
Humongous ups. Oh,
you know what I mean?
You better do your thing, bro.
Oh yeah, we're going out. She's yeah. Predictive Programming Decoded Part 1, 1984, Terminator, Matrix. The views expressed in the podcast are those of the hosts and guests and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. All right. The scripts we absorb don't always fade when the credits roll. Sometimes they linger like an old thought, quietly shaping how we view progress, control, and our place in the digital ecosystem. As we close out part 1 of this riveting series, the eerie familiarity between imagined worlds and unfolding realities remind us that art isn't always reactive. It can be instructive, intentional, or even anticipatory. We've touched the edges of concepts that deserve to be stretched further and questioned more deeply. 1984, Terminator, and Matrix. Each served as more than cautionary tales. They were blueprints laced with provocations. They offered glimpses of surveillance states, AI revolts, and existential illusions long before society dared to acknowledge them as possible futures. The resonance of their themes today suggests we may have internalized these narratives, not just culturologically. The journey is just beginning. Part 2 will dig deeper into the mechanisms that make predictive programming so compelling. Repetition, symbolism, and the subtle influence of visual and auditory cues. If these stories were the stage, what's the next act and who's writing it? Stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the future isn't foretold in prophecy, but in plot lines. Also, love yourself and everyone around you. Sincerely. Remember, that's not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. Silence is violence. Continue questioning everything. Because the self-love show ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down the rabbit hole and do your own research, but use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into the abyss, well, the abyss stares right back into your copper bronze colored butt. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, self-love, honor, and respect. All right, and as we said, we got Hunger Games, They Live, Simpsons, and iRobot. If we don't have a guest next week,
All right.
we'll continue on with part 2. And then Sunday there, fella, Camp BJ has started. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm getting excited.
No, I don't like that connotation about the coach or the mayor. The whole BJ, that
you don't like that, huh?
No, it feels something every time I hear it. It's kind of, a non, you know what BJ could mean. So
yeah, you got problems with you don't like BJ.
I don't like calling people BJ.
I mean, that's
maybe the mayor. I might not be. I wasn't that so upset about that, but I don't want to call my head coach that. It's possible he can earn it.
You can say head coach, but I can't say BJ, huh? You can call him your head coach, but I can't say BJ. These are all words. Words are spells. Head coach.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
emphasis on head. All right. Yeah. But this is what we're talking about on Spolly Tricks. All right. So if you guys want to pull up, you can excrete your excrement. You can get up there like allegedly Singletary did at halftime when he was the San Francisco head coach and pooped right out there in front of the whole team. Turned out I don't think this is true, but allegedly that's what got him fired. He pooped in front of the whole team and said, "That's what you guys are playing like." I would have hired him if it was true. All right, but you can pull up, excrete your excrement. But if you do pull up,
don't forget your mouthpiece.
That's right.
You can get left all wet.
Yeah, trolls get hoes. That's where we talk Spolly Tricks. All right. Spolly Tricks. Laylo, the DJ, say peace, brothers.
Yeah, that's my bro.
What's up, Laylo? Mine indeed. Free. All right. Let's see. You get unslaves after years of service to the Matrix. Facts. All right. Well, all right. Big ups to the chat, y'all. And this brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's going to be Wordsmith's final words out there.
One of these old days,
Man, it's a whole situation where they spanning the whole nation with a propagation. The media instigation. Seriously, most times the player hating. Ain't no debating who's Satan. While we sit back creating peace. Facing all kinds of devastation from an almost alien nation. Preying upon our minds and placing ill memories for design to create us and take us to a different plane, keep us lower than we would be if we off remain in the entertainment I don't need to be entertained. Because it's like a false media chain. It's only for their gain and to hold us back. That shit is whack. It serves a smack. So come on, family, let's go get it. Make sure that they never forget it, that we was always with it from the beginning, and we always will past the end, because it will end with us being there, and they no longer can pretend. Either they gonna bow down or bow out. That's all I know, ain't no doubt. That's my predictive programming for our future. Show you how we gather them all and electrocute them. Fall in line, boy, it ain't no line.
Words. One of these days. One of these days. One of these days. It'll all be over. All right, y'all. Appreciate you. Be safe. And we're going to have Karen play us off. One of these days.
Peace to the gods.
Time is now, my people. We must man know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I
grow myself. Stole my health.
I'm glad to be me now and nobody else.
Man, know thyself.
I will eat the right foods that I
grow myself.
Cause the wrong way
stole my health.
I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo,
Bullets.
in the code and all the scriptures, potions and elixirs.
Come on, Karen. Bullets, a boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, well, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
You want to be a slave? Vibrate greed. Ego. Fear. That's how they make you a slave. You end up in prison.
Okay. As I know for sure, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
That's how you get out. Do not answer questions.
Question everything.
We've got two who can see.
Fear is cap. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Vibrate love.
See if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spit a notch of avatar here to bring you back to God. Said it just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy.
And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end a beef.
Healthy people, heal thy people. That's a commandment.
Yeah, cause hurt people, for sure, gonna try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man, like Big Meech.
Free Jeff Floyd.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison to slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment if you don't believe them. And be Yah. Walk on water.
Man. Move mountains.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. Week by week, that mountain is getting weak. It's moving. Look at it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bone.
Still got them, bro.
Got mine.
Same, man. Stop snitching on yourself. Take school seriously.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.